think for the next 30 minutes, you should just sing, Charlie. I don't know what to do for you. So, episode! Bro, how you been, man? Hey, you packing on some pounds, got tattoos, looking swagged out. Bro, how have you been, man? Charlie, you're not changing. You look the same.
Same?
Me, my own, Even when no day, just for day house. And just go day room. Whenever we say any swag day anywhere.
Oh, swag day,
bro. Bro, I was saying before, you came on that you've been doing this for more than 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, your first nomination, GMAs, was 10 years ago. How long? Do you know how long you've been doing this actually?
Jeez, that's gonna be hard. I think I was one of the few who started being noticed from the Kida Fest and then the Funward days.
Yeah.
But I think professionally, it kicked off for me from like 2011.
Wow.
2011. That was when.
That's when it kicked off for you.
Yes. Okay. Actually, that's when I got accepted in the reggae space. Before then, I've been a protege to all these big guys. But 2011, I won the Ghana Dancehall King and Queens competition. So from there, that was when everybody knew that, okay, so there is a youth called this. But before that, I think our first recording was 2004.
What? That's like 20 years ago.
Yeah. Our first recording was.
Were you always called Epixode?
Yes.
Wow. Bro, congratulations for that, man.
Thank you. It's been a
I think there's, they say businesses, usually 3 to 5 year period, a lot of businesses don't stand. I think that's a steady.
Yeah.
So to do anything for 10,
Close to
20 years.
Yes.
Did you envision this?
No, for me, it's just having fun. It's just doing what I love best. And, but I think I did in a way because I still do it though. Sometimes I just stand in front of my mirror holding a comb and go like, yo, Ghana, what you say? That kind of thing. But yeah, so it's always been there for me. Like being a young artist who had the opportunity to even be a backing vocalist on Sizzler's stage in Ghana. To all these big platforms, and then you're able to share stage with them as a main artist. It's just a blessing.
Yeah. How, if you are supposed to, and I know it's not going to be easy, but if you're supposed to like sum up your 20 years in the game, has it been everything you thought it would be, or has it taken you by surprise? Because, when we're doing this and we start, I just want to be famous, I just want to be heard. Yeah. Then you get to the intricacies, you have to play this game and go here, not do this and all of that.
Well, I think some of us have just seen both sides. We've seen the side that has been sweet, and we've seen sides when nobody wants to appreciate you for what you're doing. You look at it from a perspective where the input doesn't yield up to whatever you're getting. So sometimes it's frustrating. But then I've always believed in longevity of my craft. And that is how come I'm able to channel my craft, and then you see the transition as a smooth one. Even though it's not smooth behind the scenes, but I'm able to make it look good.
Yeah.
You
actually are.
Without a label till today.
You've never been on a record label?
Or
have you
just
been,
one.
and did you leave?
So it was just one, but it only lasted for like 6 months.
That's close to now.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So doing this with just family and being the head in every space, from the creative side to every side till now, and matching up with artists who are on huge budgets and on big labels, I think it's something that sometimes you just have
so I look at an artist like you, right, and I actually thought about this, right? Talent is undeniable. Like, there are certain football players, basketball players, the talent, there's no debate about it. They're good.
Yeah.
Now, from a fan perspective, there are fans who always say Epixode deserves more. He's always putting in that work. And this has always been said, awards-wise, stage-wise. Again, back to the talent, that's a conversation that is never had about how talented and good you are musically.
Yeah.
There's the other side who say, Epixode has done it. Like, I'm impressed, right? You've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
You've won the awards. You've been on international stages, worked with the international artists.
Yeah.
What do you say to these sets of fans separately? To those who say Epixode has done it. He doesn't need to explain himself anymore. What do you say to those set of fans first?
I think I can't hold anybody responsible for what they say. I can't blame anybody for. Some people feel like, Charlie, just like you're saying, hey, Charlie, this guy, okay, it go be for him. Some also say Charlie has done it. Like, when you give him the mic, he's going to shut it down. For me, I feel like it's just a starting point for me. You know, I think that's one of the things that always keep me relevant. Knowing who I am and knowing that I'm still, I wouldn't say upcoming, but I'm still gradually becoming who I want to be. So regardless
not
of the
there
fact,
yet?
no, I'm not, bro.
Okay. Because the thing I was going to ask you next is, if you put down the mic today, looking at the past 20 years, is episode fulfilled? That could be, an inner thing. That could be, external things like the accolades.
Well, for me, yes and no. Yes, because I feel like, so far as the name Nkrumah is going to be here, my song Wahala Day is going to be relevant. So Ghana, then go change or we'll wipe Nkrumah's name out of our books. Because this is a song that I believe 20 years from now can still be referenced to whatever is happening within that time. Because I'm still talking about what is happening when it comes to the social part of my career.
Yeah.
If I put the mic down today, my works will definitely be here for forever. I designed the Shut Up Movement logo. For life, it's tattooed on people's skin.
Yeah.
And that's my work, you understand? So I know that there's more for me to do, and I don't see myself stopping anytime now. Because just like you said, it's been close to 20 years.
Yeah, bro.
But we still feel like Charlie, Moku go. Yeah, we're still not there.
So when you hear these things, right, like, oh, episode, yeah, Charlie, he deserves more. Do you look at it as, okay, that's an exciting thing, or is it a heartbreaking thing for you to hear that after all you've done after 20 years? When you sit back and you hear these things, is it more exciting or more hurtful to you?
I think for me is I take both sides.
Okay.
Because sometimes you sit back and, okay, let me give you a perfect example. First nomination, mainstream, 2014. It took 2021 for me to win my first award. So see the number of heartbreaks. You walk into the auditorium, going home with nothing. See the kind of insults these some of the fans put across. Tagging you with you're anything not so close to their artists they love, and that kind of vibe that comes with a dance or with a clash and everything. So for me, sometimes you sit back and go like, Charlie, why even they waste your time on some of these things? Because this trigger this keyboard
these thoughts have actually creeped in.
Yeah. Wow. So
bro, I'm looking at this like, this was what? This was 2014?
Yeah, 10 years ago. 2014.
Yeah, and as much as it's been a difficult journey, you see a picture like this and it's like, bro, you've been putting in the work.
You get me?
But these comments still creep up, and they again, social media is going to be what it is. But
yeah, it does. And sometimes, okay, so it actually got to me too much. I think 2018 when I was working on my second album, I decided to, let me just stop this and go and paint and make money, because I make money from my artworks, Yeah. But I think there was one thing, one of the songs that I did with my mom, my biological mom, on the album gave me that vibe again, that we did it, maybe we didn't achieve what we were supposed to, and you have taken it a step further. So I think there is more for you to do, and those are some of the things that keep me going. And even looking within my circle, there are amazing artists who I came to be like youths to. They were like my fathers in this game, and today they see me and salute. So I feel like, okay, then it means that I'm doing something good.
Yeah.
So why do I have to stop? You get me?
Yeah.
But it happens sometimes. You feel that.
Like,
kind
bro,
of
you've done so much behind the scenes. You write music.
Yeah.
You've written for people.
Yeah.
People don't know this. Your artwork is incredible. This guy designs on sneakers and the craziest things. I'm still waiting for mine. But yeah, he said it's going to come. And you just said in there, bro, like, you actually designed the SM logo.
Yeah.
One of the most recognizable logos in the country and Africa.
Yeah.
And Beyonce did that.
Definitely.
Bro. Bro, like, I don't know what to say to that. How do you feel, even though it seems like you're not as appreciated enough for that? How does that make you feel? And are you not as appreciated enough?
I think so, but I think that that would also not stop me from appreciating myself. As just a young artist who self-taught graphics designer. Looking at even the merch that has been done out of this logo, I smile, and I'm proud. Regardless of the fact whether I get paid or I wasn't paid, I'm still happy about it, that in my small corner using a Pentium 1 or a Pentium 2 as at that time to create something like this, which has become part of somebody's life. For me, it's like, okay, it was like Mission Impossible, but you've tried.
You've done it.
You've done
Bro,
it.
you've done it.
You know. So it's one of those things. Forever, I would definitely add up to my CVs and anywhere I go.
Do you have a relationship with Jason El-A at the moment?
I think we're colleagues. He's like a senior
relationship,
brother.
bro, like, because people love to see you on a song together, work together, and there has to be. I know you are, because of how much you appreciate music. You work from a very organic perspective.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of artists just business for them. Oh, this person might sound good on a song, but I've actually seen you in the studio recording, right?
Yeah.
And you pick certain artists for certain beats.
Yes.
Is it to that point where we might see you and Shatta on a song?
Definitely, I think it would happen. It would happen. But for now, the focus is actually gearing towards a different audience.
Okay.
You know, if you check the kind of songs I'm doing now, is actually, it has to do with more like the indigenous Ghanaian sound.
Okay.
So you would hear maybe later, but for now, the focus is actually on a different scale.
So there's no relationship there.
Oh,
Bro, that breaks my heart, bro. Bro, that breaks my heart. The sound.
Yeah.
The sound. Like you're saying, you're paying attention to like the indigenous, business-wise.
Yeah.
Do you get scared, so to speak? Do you think about it like everybody's doing Afrobeats?
Yes.
But everybody's doing this. Like we know these things. In your recording process, are you like, why don't I just dabble in that more than this? As much as you love this.
Yeah. We can't deny the fact that Afrobeat is ruling the world. People, it would be nice to just tag along, even though the sound might not be Afrobeat, just to get that recognition. But then I'm asking myself that why follow the lot when there's actually a space for you to be unique? And for a few years now, my focus is really to tap into the international market and looking at the sound that is from this side. High Life Ghanaian music has got amazing space world music. So why don't I be part of it before it becomes what it has to be? That's
projection, bro.
Yes. You know?
Yeah.
I have to be part of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing now. And it's also okay for me because I'm reconnecting the past, my roots, knowing that my mother has done that Ghanaian music, traditional music, performed all over the world.
Okay.
So for me, it's like just going back to stamp that, we can also do this. Not to say that me jai dancer or I just want to no. For now, that is the projection. That is where the focus is. So you would find me releasing some couple of reggae or dancehall songs. But if it has to be a body of work, I think the focus would definitely be more on the Ghanaian indigenous sound.
Now the good thing is, it's paying off. You've been nominated again.
Definitely.
Bro, congratulations.
Definitely.
This
Every
guy
year
is
from
working.
2014.
Yeah, so you've been nominated Best Reggae Dancehall Artist of the Year, nominated Best Reggae Dancehall Song.
Yes.
Are you at the point where it's just another day, another walk in the park, where it's normal? Or do you still get excited and like butterflies in your stomach?
Yeah. I tell myself that regardless, I'm a winner. And I think everybody would think same. You would have crazy dancehall artists who have dropped records over under the year of review, but would not be in the space. And I'm happy that I'm here. You know, it keeps you relevant. For me, it's just the benchmark that every year, for day there, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I might not win, but it's part of it. Last year I won.
Yeah, you did.
You get me? So this year, if I don't, it's okay. Let's come back harder next year.
Yeah. But bro, I'm seeing this, and I don't see. I might be wrong, but I don't see as many collaborations between you guys. I'm assuming if that happened more, this reggae dancehall conversation of, it was the biggest thing 4 years ago would happen. What's going on? Do you guys just not like each other? Or does the music just
I think we caught up, we were caught in between not understanding the culture itself and just looking at our individual gains.
Oh, that's deep.
That's what I feel.
That's very deep episode.
You know, because looking at if we all understand the culture that comes with dancehall, I think then dancehall would have been still the biggest in Ghana. I always say that I stand to be corrected, but it took dancehall artists to start filling stadiums without international artists being invited. You know, so when dancehall hit mainstream, that's when all these artists started having clans and huge fan base and all of that.
Very dissected.
Exactly. And till date, the two big artists that I talked about in Ghana, regardless whether it's controversy or good news or not, it's still dancehall. But I feel like we played part in not educating ourselves well, one, not being able to package it well, to be able to suit the corporate Ghana well, so that it becomes, we are able to maintain that vibe. We all played part in it, from Little Beeves and this and that and Ray, but
you think the fans influence that a bit, trying to put this person at the top and this person is lyrically better?
I think for that you can take that out of music.
Yeah.
You would definitely have fans choose their best. But the question is, how do the artists take it?
Oh, bro, this is so deep. Like, I'm getting a very heavy sense of accountability from you as an artist, and what could have been done better. Right? Because features amongst you guys would have been crazy.
Crazy.
Oh, bro, that's so deep. Like, I'm actually thinking about it like this, and I appreciate you so much for adding your voice to that. Is that going to change anytime soon? Per what you're seeing maybe behind the scenes?
It should.
Epixode and Shatawale on the song?
Why not?
Epixode and Stoneboy?
Why not? I have records. I think I have record with all. I think I should be the one who has record with all of them.
Yeah.
I have a record with Samini, and they've all contributed to the episode you see now. Me and Stone, we have like 2 or 3 records. The last one with Job Jehovah was on Apple Music World Charts number 3.
Okay.
Early this year.
How long ago was this?
We dropped the song 6 years ago. And just this
now
year.
You see what I'm saying? You see, you want more? Oh, bro.
It will come.
Yeah, like I just think about it. Sometimes I wonder if it's the culture, but like you're saying, a sense of accountability from you, from the artist, not understanding.
Exactly.
Maybe moving forward that might change. That might help.
Be hard, though. It'll be hard.
Yeah. Do you think the artists don't appreciate each other as much? Because again, sorry to take you back a little bit, but like you said, you created the SM logo and all that happened from Shatawale.
Yeah.
Not speaking for him, but from your end, do you think you were not appreciated enough?
Yes. I feel that sometimes, because for me, I think most of the works that I've done, it's not only about that. I've done. One of the people that I always applaud for actually appreciating me when it comes to art is Adam. Okay. I did the Heba graffiti in that video. I wasn't even anywhere close to the episode you see today. You just got a phone call. I got a phone call from. I heard you do graffitis. I'm like, yes, this is Adam. I'm like, eh?
Right.
And he gave me, and then I did the graffiti in that video, which became like one of the best videos in Ghana. I have done for Papi Kojo and Joey B Wave. I did the graffitis for all their songs. The most recent one I did for Adina Y. I look at it from this perspective that, okay, I'm doing it for a colleague.
Okay.
Which is going to get me recommended. Then I get paid from another outsider. You understand me?
Yeah.
But if it doesn't, so I stop doing it.
Oh.
I just do it for myself. And if it's commercial, like this year, I was commissioned to do a graffiti, like I think it was 40 feet containers, like 3 for a school, Al Ryan. It's an international school.
The bank accounts make heavy.
Oh, I know, man.
That's why the shoulders make big.
I know,
you see, I was saying today, my Momo number is very, very simple. So my number, you go remember I'm right now. There's always plenty. But again, thank you for the honesty.
Yeah.
And you may not know this, or maybe you do know this, but there's people who really appreciate what you do, like people who love you, who follow you. And it's going to get bigger and better, from a fan's perspective. Definitely. Just know that that's how it's going to happen. And in the midst of all of these things, you're still making music.
Yeah.
And there's new music.
Yeah.
Bro, please tell me about this new song. Man.
So after I've dropped Atia, I'm like, you know what? Make dance or rest small. make a see if I go get bread from this side.
Okay.
And then we did Obra. And now the new one, Ifinsem. Ifinsem is just a single out of a whole project I'm about to release with my band called The Cruise. So, fun fact, I heard it somewhere, I'm not sure if it's true though, but I heard our fathers couldn't mention crew, he and his crew, so he ended up on the cruise.
Oh.
So it's now Episode and his cruise.
And his cruise.
So
nice.
we're putting together a live recorded album, which is only like highlight based.
Okay.
live recording. So everything here in there was recorded live. And this is the first single out of it, the Fiensem, which is not the usual episode, but I know like people love it.
Yeah, like how do you think in that process, right? Of maybe it hits you in the recording process, or before you sit down with your team, or maybe after you've done the whole thing, the whole project. Like, do you think about the reception? Is that something you think about? Or yeah, like let me just put it out there. Let's see what it is.
From Atia, I got different level of respect.
Okay.
You know, I wasn't just seen as now like how people used to say, oh, he's just a dancehall artist, and with all those misconceptions that come with dancehall. You know, I'm able to play at the stadium for the street, and I'm also able to do a presentation where like learned people and big tables are seated.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, okay, now dancehall has given me the name Epixode. Where would this also take me? Okay. And it's just been 2 years, but where I'm able to enter and then the kind of stages I've been able to mount, for me, I think is amazing. So I'd rather want to blend both and see where it goes. Okay. For me, it's just fun, just me having fun with the sound and seeing what comes out.
I mean, it goes back to what we're saying that the risk factor is paying off. As heavy as it may seem.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I won't be surprised if somebody in your team like Charlie, bro, you sure say this one.
Oh yeah,
I know the shock. Like
even with that team, when I had the first day I had the idea to record that song, I was singing it to my manager. I don't go. He said, Jimmy, what kind of foolish song is this? But then it picked, and then with the new ones, like bro, the album, jeez, like I don't.
Okay, so let's listen to this new one. Heavy anticipation, and we're going to get more information when this new project is going to drop. Listen to this. We'll be right back. I was listening to this. I was watching this, obviously, and you're very eclectic, right? Like the ideas, the things you derive. I don't know where you get. That's just to say, we've always heard now our music message, day inside. Exactly. Just they drop the sound, they shake when I race for club, then go boost, then go bed.
Thank you.
This has the message.
Yeah.
The sound is very rooted in what we grew up on.
Exactly.
Coming from a dancehall artist.
Is
there anything else you should say? Like, what more is there to say, bro? Like, I don't even know what to say again, man. Like,
Give thanks.
I'm very proud of you and what you're doing. The fact that you're staying true to something. Because, you either stand for something or you fall for anything.
Yeah.
But what do you want to tell your fans, man? Why should people join you on this journey, even though you've given enough reason to join you?
Well, I think high life is the future. We've heard what Afrobeat has done. And the fact that the world is gearing towards the African sound now, it should tell you that that is the future. I was so amazed that I heard a record from Jacob Banks, who sampled Chinche Biedimiu, down to the fact that you have the Paul Simons and all these guys sampling our high life tunes.
Yeah.
And it's repeating, it's happening. So for me, I feel like if even the Nigerians now are moving away from Afro beats. Now they want to call their Afro fusion, Afro what. Yes, Afro can be the sound that is from Africa. But then, if Afro beats started from the 60s, 1960s, I believe there's a 4-decade or 5-decade catalog of high life somewhere, which has not been tapped yet.
Definitely.
So there's more we can do. So for me, I'm not saying that we should stop what we're doing, but it would be very nice to have a blend of our contemporary sound mixed with the indigenous one, which is going to create something new. I'm not the first to start it. I must say that big up everybody who has been on this journey before I got the eye-opening to join. People like Sancho Fee.
Yeah.
They funny enough, they are booked in Japan.
Crazy.
Japan.
Crazy.
You get me? So why would I want to be worrying myself playing and then when
I get it. Bro, like you're doing it. This guy was in Germany last week. Yeah, you and Joshua.
Yeah.
You just told me this. Yeah. And Charlie, you do all.
Big up Joshua.
You do all. Bro, a fan asked me to ask you the dots. I think you've said it before, but please enlighten us.
Well, I think now people should just understand that this comes with a sound. When I decided to do it, I didn't really understand what I was going, but I think all is part of the transition from that brand episode till now. At least now, everywhere I go, and even if they've not heard the sound, when they see, they can actually trace back to where you're coming from. Yeah. And that is the whole idea. trying to incorporate the art into the music as well, me as an artist. But standing on a world platform with just this could tell people that he's from this part of the world, and I think that is why I do it. I don't have any supernatural reasons or traditional reasons. I can only attribute it to the fact that I'm a Gandangbe, and then you see Depot, you see these, you see the Wulames, fetish priest, and all of those things. You see this, you see Fela.
Bro, is there anything you want to tell your fans for you? First of all, the music is on all platforms.
All platforms.
When is the album dropping?
In June.
In June, officially?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to be here, of course.
Definitely.
Please tell your fans something before you leave.
Thanks to everybody who has been with the episode brand from day one to now. Welcome the new ones, the believers. Welcome. Go stream the new one. If Sem is out there, download, share. If your Ifira is troubling you when you wake up now, you just say, "Do fear?" Thank you, guys.
I like that, bro. I'm so proud of you. You inspire me so much.
Family,
and there's so many people more you're inspiring. And I can't wait to see the bigger things you're going to do in the future. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a very wonderful afternoon. Buy the music, please. You have to. Buy the music. Salute.